Welcome to another edition of As the Crow Flies Hiking. I was recently contacted by a company called Flextail Gear. They make this cool little device called the Light Repel. It is a mosquito repellent device that works in a really unique way. Like some of the other devices that are larger, that repels mosquitoes throughout the day or at campsite, this is a very small device that does the same thing at about the size of an egg and about the weight of 42 grams. So it fits in the kind of ultralight understanding so that you can have something to take to your campsite that you can use to repel mosquitoes at night. Now, when you get the device, it's a very unique design in that it has two shields on either side. This is how it comes. It has a little carabiner on top, so easily accessible on your backpack. You can simply clip it to one of the strappings of your shoulder strap and you can have it there all day long. You take the shields off like this, and inside you have these small little strips, these blue strips, and you put the strips in, then you put the shield back on, just like that.
The Flextail Light Repel does not have an internal battery source. So when you take the two shields off each side, you're going to add the little strips that put out the fragrance that stops the mosquitoes. And you put the shields back on, but then you will need to connect it to a battery source. So one of your battery banks that you use in backpacking, you simply attach the cord that it comes with to the battery bank. And then when you do that, you're able to plug it into the device itself on the side with the USB-C and turn it to the appropriate level, either the green, the outdoor camp mode, or the red, which is the larger shielding area for the mosquito repellent.
And then you hit it one time for a shorter mode and another time for a larger mode. So the first mode will be green, and that is what they call the camp mode. And the camp mode basically has about 10 feet. So when you place this on your tent or on a tree around you, you've got about 10 feet of coverage, so you can be sitting in your chair at camp and just turn it on. And with this strip, I'm assuming that it uses just one side instead of both on the shorter side, or the smaller kind of umbrella of protection from mosquitoes. And in that sense, you get about 10 feet of coverage. But you can hit the button again, turn it to red, and then it's using, I believe, both sides. And when it does that, you're putting another one of these strips on the other side in these shields, like such, and have the blue strip in there. You put it back in, and there you have it, and you have the larger side, or the larger coverage of about 30 feet. And that's called the outdoor mode. So if you're hiking and people are hiking with you, you're covering a lot of area to take away mosquitoes so that you don't have to worry about mosquitoes getting all on you. Now, I've been hiking in the Smokies all weekend, and a wonderful device. Seen a lot of mosquitoes. All you have to do is attach it to your backpack, and then you have it charged and you're ready to go, and you can protect yourself from mosquitoes. The other thing is this is IPX4 water protected, so you don't have to worry about when you're using this thing that it's going to short out. Once you've got it charged, you attach it on your backpack, it's going to be waterproof. It's not going to stop working on the device itself and internally because it gets a little wet. The next thing is that it's shock resistant. I can drop it for, I don't know, about 4 feet and not have to worry about it breaking or cracking. It is kind of a plastic material, but it's a very hard plastic, so it is shock proof and you don't have to worry about that. The strips last for about 8 hours on the camp mode and about 4 hours on the outside mode. When I say that, I completely understand that that is plenty of time for me, because when you think about mosquitoes, you're either going to get them in the morning or you're going to get them late at night. Sometimes in the heat of the day they're gone, but heck, sometimes mosquitoes are out there everywhere. So you just have to think about it when they start to come around. Then you hit this and you can turn it on and off, but it uses the strip, it burns the strip, and it gets warm and emanates a fragrance that mosquitoes don't like. Now let's talk about what that is. So I had to look at the active chemical ingredient that's in these strips. It is an ingredient called, and hopefully I can pronounce this correctly, it is prelethrin. I think that's right. Prelletthrin. Now, not to be confused with permethrin, and I'll talk about that in a second. But this chemical, I've looked on various websites. From what I can see, it is not toxic to humans. In fact, it has a very low toxicity to mammals, it says. And the websites that I've seen say that there are no carcinogens in it. Plus, you're not have to worry about, like I would say, with permethrin, with DEET, or with picardin, that you're spraying on your body, on your clothes, permethrin just on your clothes, picardin on your body, and then DEET, messing up your backpacking items or your sleeping bag or things when those chemicals get on your backpacking items. Because this is all encapsulated in this device and you're plugging it on, it gets protection for you and you don't have to worry about it getting all over your body. So a really unique device. I think, it's kind of comparable to some of those thermocells, but those are larger devices and not really could be used for backpacking and outdoor activities like this. But, sometimes I'm paddling. This would be great to clip on my shirt or something. Now, you do have to go and buy some of these little strips once you use them up. They give you a bunch of these strips, but, once they're done, you're obviously going to have to go buy some more strips. And so they have them on their website. They give you a bunch to start out with, but you would have to do that with permethrin, DEET, or picardin, or any other mosquito repellent that you would have anyway. So out here in the Smoky Mountains, a lot of mosquitoes, and in summer backpacking months like this, it is really nice to have a device that takes away that issue with mosquitoes at camp, because camp is my most favorite part of backpacking, just sitting at camp and a fire and everything. When mosquitoes are around and you're sitting there dealing with bugs all the time, not really cool. But great little device. I appreciate Flextail for sending me out the Light Repel device. Thanks for watching As the Crow Flies Hiking, and I will see you on the next adventure. Oh, by the way, I will put the link below if you're interested in the Light Repel by Flextail Gear.